العدو الإسرائيلي في اعتداءاته المستمرة دون توقف على سوريا يعمل على تثبيت معادلات. الأولى منها معادلة الاستباحة دون ردة فعل، وهي المعادلة التي يريدها مع كل دول المنطقة، مع كل هذه البلدان والشعوب. الاستباحة دون ردة فعل.
The Israeli enemy, through its continuous and unceasing attacks on Syria, is working to establish certain equations, the first of which is the equation of impunity, to be able to act without facing any response. This is the equation it wants to impose on all the countries and peoples of the region, to violate with impunity. That the Israeli enemy may kill as many people as it wants and whomever it wants, without a response. To destroy without a response, to occupy without a response, to abduct without a response, to bulldoze farms and homes without any response. This is the meaning of impunity, complete violation, and it's what both the American and the Israeli want, for the entire nation to accept this status quo. Why? Because it serves the Israelis' objectives of control, occupation, dominance, tyranny, injustice, usurpation, looting, and confiscation. What is required, by both America and Israel, is for this nation to accept that reality, to accept being a humiliated, enslaved, subjugated, crushed, and violated nation to such an extent that even its sacred sites are desecrated and its religious identity is erased. The second equation that the Israeli enemy seeks to establish is the imposition of a role for itself in Syria's internal affairs under the pretext of protecting the Druze and other minorities. It has taken advantage of the wrongful policies of armed groups in their dealings with minorities, which has provided a pretext for the Israeli enemy. The Israeli enemy is behind the existence of such sectarian and denominationally motivated attitudes, using them to serve its interests by fueling divisions among the peoples of this nation. Therefore, the armed groups in control in Syria are, first and foremost, responsible for changing their approach that promotes hostility based on sectarian, denominational, or regional grounds. They must adopt an entirely different method and eliminate this pretext that the Israeli enemy is using. This is important and a responsibility they bear. Furthermore, minorities and sectarian groups in Syria themselves must be cautious of Israeli exploitation, because the Israeli enemy, who is an aggressor, is never a true ally or advisor to anyone. He is an opportunist who creates crises and then exploits them, manufactures problems and profits from them, even engineers certain attitudes and positions and then takes advantage of their negative outcomes. This is the nature of the Israeli enemy. He does not wish well for anyone. The third equation is the imposition of control over a wide area in Syria, extending close to the capital, Damascus, under the label of security classifications of different regions. The Israeli enemy controls one area under a specific security pretext, and another area under a different one, and so on, assigning various security classifications all the way near Damascus. The fourth equation that the Israeli enemy seeks to implement is to have control and place an overarching ceiling over everything in Syria, over its relations, orientations, the extent of armament, over all matters, in a way that serves its interests, ensures its hegemony and dominance, and guarantees Syria's submission to it. It seeks to set the boundaries that govern all orientations, positions, and relationships in Syria. This is the Israeli enemy's approach with everyone, with all the countries of the region. During this period, the Israeli enemy has established more than 8 military bases north of Quneitra, in addition to its well-known military project called Sufar 53, which is a fortified dirt corridor with trenches and earthen embankments. It stretches across vast areas and aims to link its bases and military points that have spread from southern Syria.